case Jeremy tastes the salmon, because we already tasted it, and it's, like, delicious.
Salmon.
I hope it's still delish.
Cool.
Did everyone get food?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So.
Well, first I want to talk about, like, when did you guys know you wanted to do, like,
Film.
you wanted to make films?
Yeah.
Or, like, is there a point in your life where you were, like, making films and you just knew?
Absolutely.
Is it, like, a kid? Like, what were you planning on doing beforehand? Like, why film?
So,
Go ahead.
I have two different answers, actually.
Okay.
I have a movie that made me want to be in movies, and then I had a movie that made me want to make movies.
Oh.
So the movie that made me want to be in movies was actually Titanic.
Why?
Because that movie, like, the production of that movie was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was such a grand movie, and Leonardo DiCaprio looked like he was having the time of his life making that movie.
Because they look like they're having so much fun.
They really did. I was like, wow, I want to be in movies. And then a movie that made me want to make movies, actually, I guess there's two movies for that one. The entire saga of Star Wars made me want to make movies. I thought the fact that that entire universe was so lived in and, like, inhabited, and it wasn't our universe, I thought that was really cool. I was like, I didn't know you could do this with movies. And then Pulp Fiction, because I didn't know you could tell stories in such a way, like different chapters and different times of the day, or like not even the same day, and then they all converge.
Yeah.
Those are my answers. Titanic, Pulp Fiction, and Star Wars.
So I feel like for me, it wasn't necessarily a film. Like, it's so weird, but my sisters and I used to make these music videos. Which
Oh, I remember this.
hope to God that no one ever sees them, because they're so bad.
Cut to them right now.
I know, right?
I'll find them.
And
I will.
But, like, music videos to, like, it's so silly, but, like, Avril Lavigne, like, just, like, music that we were into back then.
That sounds really fun, though.
Yeah,
It
but it was
does.
fun. Like, this is how we would do it. We would... So back then, my sister had just, like, a little camcorder, and we had a CD player. So what I would do is I would break down the song, like, by seconds, and I would say, okay, we're going to be shooting in the living room, and we're going to open the window so that the curtains are, like, blowing. It's like this, right? And then I would, like, my sister, Brittany would be the subject, and, like, the actor, and then me and my sister Jennifer, we would be the ones, like, she would be handling the camera, and then I would be... directing pretty much, and then I'd be like, okay, stop, and then we'd stop at the same time, because that's just how we would edit the videos. Like, we would cut it at the same time so that it would just flow into
That's
the
so
next
funny.
scene.
Yeah.
I was,
Wow.
It's so
That's some
funny.
production value.
Yeah.
Really?
So I feel like that, I don't know, I feel like that sense of creativity has always been, like, in my DNA.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that I wanted to do film until college, because I took an acting class and I thought, wow, I'm getting so much out of this. And, like, it just makes me feel so whole. Like, it sounds so cheesy.
Yeah.
No! Like, it's just, like, I always had that creative outlet and I always needed one, but it just, like, wasn't, I didn't see it until I was older. I
Yeah.
feel.
So for some people with acting, a lot of people either like it because, one, like a really awesome creative outlet, or two, a lot of people do it for, like, therapy, like to learn about themselves
Yeah.
and, like,
That's
other characters.
interesting.
Like,
It's like a form of
so
Like
true.
intuitive
It's
kind of
so
stuff.
true. Because it's like, I'm playing another character.
yeah, so
It's
I
not
have
me.
to put myself in another mindset.
Exactly.
Do you think it's worthwhile just to take an acting class just to take it?
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
Jeremy, the not actor, can attest.
Oh,
You
yeah.
took one.
I
Yeah.
did take one.
You
It
did?
was with you.
Uh-huh.
But when people usually say, like, when you go to film school, you should always take an acting class, no matter what field you want to go into.
I mean,
just
that makes sense.
because you need to understand all aspects of filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
And
In order,
so
yeah.
you at least know how to talk to other people on set when you're working there, you know? But with acting specifically, I feel like it helps you, I guess, dive deeper into why you do things and how you see yourself, and that helps reflect back in your work through whatever field you want to go into.
Most definitely.
Have you all taken acting classes?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you're
I'm
the
like,
last
I
one.
gotta do it. I gotta do it.
You should.
Well, this is all new to me. Filmmaking is like kind of new to me. Like I've done like film podcasts and stuff like that, and
so do you kind of consider it as something that you just kind of fell into?
I know it was kind of more of a. So I worked in tech for a long time as a graphic designer. I made apps and websites and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, and it just was not fulfilling. I lived in San Francisco for a while, and I just didn't feel fulfilled at all. So we came back to Vegas. I had an opportunity to work with Ismahawk, which does like short films
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it's really like it's filling that creative need that I didn't know I had because I love movies, I love shows. Like I'm a designer, so like visual stimulation is literally what I crave.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it was really just a hop, skip, and a jump. I just kind of fell into visual effects because to me it's graphic design that moves. Like really,
It is.
Motion
true.
graphic design.
motion graphic design. It's motion design. So it was just I was like, oh. I went from making like dashboards for websites and software to doing explosions. That sounds like the perfect
That's
pivot.
super cool. Yeah.
So that really, really scratched the itch that I needed to be filled, and then I kind of just grown from there. And now my goal is just to make things happen, like just to make sure that it gets put out there versus doing this like the visual effects. Like I still want to do those, but I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that the idea becomes real.
Yeah.
So it's really fun for me now.
As a
Aw.
graphic designer, do you find yourself more attracted to like animated movies or like really like big movies that have like a lot of either visual effects or like big set piece moments? Like
It doesn't necessarily have to be visual effects. It just has to be clean and pretty. Like
Okay.
I recently just watched Arrival. Actually, I know it took
Oh
forever.
my god.
what a film.
And
So good. So good.
It's so
what
good.
a film! It is
Oh my god.
gorgeous. It's beautiful, and oh my god, it hit every note that I love.
So
Yeah.
good.
Like every
That
single
movie
that
piece.
was
Even
last year's Oscar.
That was
I
last
know.
year's,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I know that was last year's Oscar, but I
No,
totally
it's okay.
saw it. But
No,
like,
but like they were nominated for Best Picture. I mean, they didn't win, but still,
It was
like
so
it was
great.
in
The
running.
recognition was
Yeah.
there, yeah.
it was stunning. Even just like so again, going back to being a designer, just the design of the words, the logographs, and
Yeah.
like just I was so
Yeah.
so
It was so
happy.
good.
So
I
It was
rewatched
stunning.
it too. It was so
Yeah.
good. Like rewatching it again with like knowing what actually happens.
I wish I saw it in theaters. Like that was my only
Oh,
regret.
seeing it in theaters
Me
was
too.
like what an experience.
I never got to see it in theaters, which I wish
Wish
I
I
had.
did.
I
Yeah.
made Jeremy. I mean, I didn't make him. He wanted to. But
Yeah, I really wanted to, but like he was like, we should watch it tonight. I was like, okay, fine. I went to see it in theaters, and oh my god,
you were not ready.
I was not ready for that because we went like late at night, and I was already like I had a full day of shooting or whatever, and I was already pretty tired. So we went, sat down in theaters, and it was like the kind of seating that's plush and luxury style
Yeah.
seating that leans
You
back.
can
So
recline.
so I reclined and I was just watching the movie, and as stuff just happened, I was just gripping the seat. I'm sitting there staring at the screen, not knowing what was
So
happening.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Beautiful
So
movie.
good.
What made you want to get into filmmaking?
It's so strange because I knew I've always been creative from the start. Like, I'm so good at art. Like, I'm so good at writing. And I'm so good at music too. So when I was in high school, I was just like, what do I really want to do? And I think music was my biggest passion at the time. And so
That's awesome.
I ultimately wanted to be a composer for film.
Oh,
I wanted to compose music
I
for
forgot
films.
this.
Yeah.
That's ambitious.
It was, oh my god, yeah.
Did you
But
compose anything?
I've composed music of my own, but never for like a feature kind of like film or anything to that magnitude. But when I went to college, I just like I got scared because I play music by ear, so I don't really read notes. And I
Gotcha.
know if you want to compose and you want to do, you need
You have to know.
you
how to
have
do
to know
stuff.
notes. And I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't really compose music because I can't read music. Like I can read it, but it takes me a while. And so I was like, whatever, I'll just do like undeclared. I'll figure out what I want to do. And one day I went with one of my friends at the time. I went to a film class, and it was like one of those like silent film, just talking about the history of film. And I'm sitting in there, and he's talking about like how picture and sound comes together to create a story. And I'm just like, ooh, like this sounds like really interesting. And then every time she had that film class, I would go with her, even
That's
though I
awesome.
wasn't even in that class.
Wow.
But he didn't notice because it was such a huge class. So I would just sit in there, I'd take notes, and I was like,
That's dope.
no, yeah, I wanna do this. And so it first started as like, I want to edit because
Like that changed your life forever.
yeah, it really
Wow.
did. And I wanted to edit film because there's a storytelling and editing. And then I took a class for writing and directing. And then once we did that class, I was like, oh, this is it. This is it.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I wrote scripts, I directed them, and everyone just like gave me so much positive feedback. And like, I just knew that that's what I was like best at in film, was just writing and directing. So I was like, that's it. This is it. And so I was just like, okay, this is what I'm going to go for.
I remember when I was younger, growing up, every weekend me and my family would have like a movie night weekend,
Aw,
whether
cute.
we rent something or go out to see it.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be like, oh, I really like that movie. That's fun. Let's go get dinner. We would like talk about like the acting and like the writing
Yeah.
and how it looked and the music and everything.
The different components of what makes a film.
And I think subconsciously the reason why I wanted to do film and music, I guess, but film so much is because I wanted to make a movie to watch with my family that we could all talk about. You know what I mean? I wanted to like,
Yeah. That's cool.
Wow. That's really cool.
So do you find yourself when you're working on a short film and you're in it, does your family give you feedback on?
I like to not show them until it's done.
Yeah.
Only because I don't know. I just want them to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with certain projects, like if I do like a costume fitting, I'll show them the costume. They're like, "Oh, that looks so cool! I can't wait to see what's going on." Because I try to keep them.
In the dark. From
Yes,
us.
absolutely, absolutely. Because
They
I
don't
want
know
them
what
to
to
be surprised.
expect. Yeah.
Definitely. But I do find myself subconsciously like seeking their approval,
Yeah.
or like at least like they're like,
We
"Oh,
all
I thought that
do.
was cool."
I act like I don't
Yeah.
care,
But I
I'm just
care a
like,
lot.
Oh, yeah, but I'm like deep down inside, like I really want you to be proud.
Like when
Yeah.
I like have movies and my mom's just like, oh, you showed a film, and I was like, yeah, here, and she's just like, okay, and she watches it and she's just like, oh, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
One day though, you're gonna show her a film. She's
One
like,
day,
"Wow,
yeah.
that was really."
I know.
And it's
I
like,
feel-
"Oh my god."
It's a funny perspective because I feel like that's definitely an Asian parent thing.
yeah,
Or
It is.
at least
Oh
like
my
an
God.
immigrant parent thing because I know my mom, whenever I show her stuff, like she likes movies, but not movies. Like she doesn't watch movies the same way that we
Yeah.
watch movies.
Right.
Yeah.
For a
she's like,
story.
oh, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. Things are happening,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes funny,
That's it.
sometimes it's sad. You know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's funny because growing up, my parents they immigrated from Vietnam, and like they grow up living their lives just working all the time, so they don't have time to watch movies. So it's like watching movies is a skill, I think, 'cause you need to be able to
It
Yeah.
is.
understand what you're watching.
When was the last time your parents went to a movie theater?
I don't
You know?
know.
Dang.
The last time
Wow.
I remember being to a movie theater with my parents was The Dark Knight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a long
10
time
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, 2008,
Wow.
right?
Yep.
Wow,
The Dark Knight.
It's
that
been
was
that
10 years
long?
ago.
Yeah. The Dark Knight is 10 years old.
Wow.
That's crazy.
My parents
Wow.
go to movies like at least once a week. They
My parents go
love
on
going-
dates.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. It's so cute. I love that they go to movies so frequently. Like it's their thing. They like.
That's their thing. My parents, yeah.
Aww.
But they're just like, oh, we went and saw a movie. I'm like, how was it? And they're like, oh, it was good.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
they're not exactly
okay.
critically thinking.
Like-
Okay, go on.
And
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like watching a movie is just something that you develop over time. Like learning how to read into the story or like
Yeah.
see how character development goes. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true because I feel like as an actor, as I grow as an actor, it feels as if like the way that I see movies now is different. And it's like skewed.
Oh, yeah.
I, like
Definitely.
For sure.
I don't see it the same way anymore.
there are movies that
And
I
you can't
know.
turn it off.
Yeah.
No.
You can't. It's so hard.
No.
There are
'Cause you're
movies
just,
that I
like,
just can't.
analyzing everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Like,
every-
why does that shot the way that it is? Yeah.
Okay.
So I recently rewatched all of the Harry Potters with a completely different lens.
Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
god.
some
Oh,
kind of
it's
experience.
It is.
I loved all of them, but like now I extra love them because of
You
how much
understand.
The
I
choices.
understand this
Yeah,
choices
that's awesome.
That's true.
and everything into it. I was like, oh my god, I love everything again.
Like,
So
that
hard.
makes sense. Exactly what they did right there.
And that feeling is what I want to give to someone one day.
Yes.
That's my
absolutely.
goal. My personal goal is to give that warm feeling that I feel. I want to give that to someone.
It's like my mantra. Like,
Yeah.
people will forget what you said or what you did, but they'll never forget the way you made them feel.
Yep.
And that's what I want to do with film. I want to make
said.
people feel. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, cheers to that.
Oh,
Cheers
cheers!
So this Oscar season.
It was like 3 days ago. I watched Shape of Water, and hold on.
You know,
Bad
so
luck.
before we, do you want a foot massage for this meal? Can I repay you that way? This is great.
Wait, what?
So, Shape of Water.
Yes, tell us about Shape of Water, because I haven't seen it. I wanted to,
So it was
Yeah.
Okay, I watched it 3 days ago, and honestly,
3 nights ago. 3 moons.
Picture it.
3 nights
Sicily,
ago.
1976.
And honestly, you guys, watching that movie made me really like. Every time you watch a movie and you're like, this is why I want to make films, and it makes you feel. It makes you
Yeah.
feel something.
yeah, it inspires you.
Yeah, and it just like, especially watching Sally Hawkins and
Oh
like.
my gosh.
Because she's mute and she doesn't speak, and so just looking at the way she
Yeah.
does things so effortlessly, I'm like, God, wow.
She
like,
carried an
that's
entire movie without saying a
entire
word.
Word.
Wow.
It's
It's
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
And like,
Listen, we gotta go watch it.
honestly, I was looking at the other nominees for Best Actress, and I just don't think that there's any competition. I really think Sally Hawkins will win.
The only one that I think
Might.
would be Frances from 3 Billboards, because she
I
was.
haven't seen that.
Oh, she is
So I don't know,
so
it's so hard
good,
for me to,
and her
like-
character arc is really really good in that. But it's definitely between those two. I
Yeah,
think.
Okay. You mean like it's down to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two.
Okay. That means I
Dang.
have to watch that.
Wait,
It's a
who's
really
the
good
director
one.
for 3 Billboards?
That's Martin McDonagh. That's Seven
Martin
Psychopaths.
McDonagh. Yes. So have you guys seen Seven
Wait,
Psychopaths?
I've
in
seen
Bruges?
it. I've seen it like trailer wise, but I haven't watched
Oh
it.
my god, what a journey! So I knew it was gonna be a crazy ride, but we finally sat down to see Seven Psychopaths a couple of nights ago, and oh my god, it was just so wild. It's so good, so interestingly laid out. I've never seen a movie like that before.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just outrageous. Like,
So many turns. You're just like, what?
what was his name?
Which one? Sam Rockwell's character?
Sam Rockwell, incredible.
I love Sam Rockwell.
Oh my god, he's so good in this movie.
Yeah.
So
Did he-
good.
Did he get nominated for this movie?
For that movie, no, but he got nominated
He
for
not-
3 Billboards, which is
Okay.
the same writer.
Yeah,
He's in
that's
that one too?
awesome. That's freaking
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
And he was also in Bruges, right?
No, he wasn't. Colin Farrell was though, who was also
That's
in Seven
right.
Psychopaths.
Colin Farrell, which he also did great.
Is it on Amazon Prime? Seven Psychopaths?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know actually.
Okay.
But who else?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Oh my god, the best performance I've ever seen from him ever in any movie and anything he's ever been in. I think.
Yep.
Wow.
Other than like Click, but you know that was like
Stop.
a minor character.
I love Click.
I love Click.
I love Click
Totally
so much.
good.
Oh my god, that
I
one
love
scene.
Click.
Everyone
That
cries.
one scene.
That
Everyone
one
loses their.
scene.
The raining
With the
scene, that
rain
one
falling down.
scene.
How does he do it? What?
Oh
I
god.
did not expect to see that.
That scene fucked me up.
Same.
Oh my god.
I cry every time I see that
Every
movie.
single
Yeah,
time.
every
Every
time.
time.
But Christopher Walken in Click is great, but Christopher Walken in this, you haven't seen him like this before.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so good.
So
So
good.
good. So good.
3 Billboards though
Yes.
is
I know,
a
I have to
great,
see
great
that.
movie. But on Shape of Water, I can't remember the last time, except Interstellar, that I saw a movie where like everything about the movie was like perfect and made like the perfect film. Like it was all so well
Like
done.
every department firing on all cylinders.
Yeah,
The
dude.
set production,
Yes.
I mean
Oh my
everything.
God.
The
It's
opening
like
shot
the
underwater
cinematography.
in that house, I was like, how the fuck did they do this?
And wait, did you guys cry at the end?
I did.
I
I
did.
was like,
Yeah.
I was crying, and David looked over, and I was like,
Is it sun there?
and then he's just
I
like,
think
"You're
so.
crying." He's like, "What is that? Are you like, what is it?" And I'm just
What,
like,
what tears are those?
yeah, and I'm
what is
just
the meaning
like,
of this?
Stop, because you're making me cry even more.
No, it's so. Oh my god.
So
Because
good.
the poem, what poem is that at the end?
The Shape of Water.
The
That's
Shape
the
of
name
Water.
of the poem. By who?
I don't remember.
Get up.
Look it
Yeah.
up.
Goog it.
Because that poem, it's like when you find true love, like that's how come I feel like I was crying at the end, because it's like
That
when
poem
you find
was like the
true
perfect
love.
knot on top.
Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
the perfect ending.
Stop! I feel like crying right now.
Wait till you hear the poem. Wait till you hear the poem.
Oh,
Wait till you hear the poem. Alyssa, you want to go watch it?
Let's go.
Do it. Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Oh yeah, I'll
in
watch it again for
theater,
sure.
Because it's, and even like the set production, like the colors, like that teal. And,
Yeah.
like,
I know
the
teal
greens,
is a
the blues.
huge, like the cools.
Yeah.
The tone, yeah, is a
Which
huge
I
thing.
wonder if that has any meaning, like teal, because I feel like there's so many shades of it. You know how like in
colors have their own meaning.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you know how in
Teal
The Great
spec-
Gatsby, how like different colors, like his car being yellow or whatever,
Yeah.
like those things have
Different
actual
symbolism
meaning.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So
I
I,
mean-
feel like teal might have something to do with it.
It might not be called Shape of Water. I actually can't find the name of.
Do Shape of Water poem.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, you did?
So this is the poem. Unable to perceive the shape of you, I find you all around me. Your presence fills my eyes with your love. It humbles my heart, for you are everywhere.
The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water. And just like at the end, you're
The
just like,
part when it
Oh my
humbles
God,
your
that's
heart,
so
I
heavy.
just like that's I think where like it really started, because I was like, don't cry,
Don't cry. Don't cry.
and then you're like,
Waterfalls.
Yeah. Oh my God, he is a true master.
Was Shape of Water nominated for Best Picture or no?
yes,
It's nominated for a lot.
it's nominated.
You know what I want?
Nominated for
I want
13 Academy
13?
Awards.
13
That
Academy
beats
Awards.
Titanic.
Yeah.
It has a lot.
Yeah, Titanic had 11, right?
11. Oh, Guillermo.
Oh,
Wow.
Breaking records.
Right?
Man, what a movie.
Honestly, the only Best Pictures I've watched have been Get Out and Dunkirk.
Get out though.
Get
Get
Out.
Out.
I know.
Get Out
I'm
was
hoping
awesome.
for Get Out because
Oh, me
that
too.
I want it to win. It
I
needs
want it to win
Yeah.
something.
What
It
a
needs to
refreshing
win
surprise.
something.
It was
Yeah.
good. It's like so stressful in a good way, because
Yeah.
we watched it together and it was just so intense the whole time. I was like literally at the edge of we watched it.
Yeah.
I was at the edge of the couch, just like, what is happening?
I wonder if all of us have a different experience watching it just because we're all minorities.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's why it hits.
Yeah.
You know,
That's interesting, actually. Yeah.
Well, I'm mixed, so I'm white and Asian.
You
so I was
too.
like, how do I feel
No,
about
I am.
this?
But I feel like at the same time, it's like completely, even though we are minorities, like if you ask like an African American,
We're not
their
that
experience,
level of
yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's
the way
weird,
that
yeah.
they see the movie, because there were even moments where like I laughed. And I was like, should I be laughing? Should I not be
Yeah.
laughing? Like, I don't understand. Like, does that say something more about me, than like?
yeah.
this whole movie is just social commentary.
It,
all
Yeah.
back
it
into
really
one.
is. It's
Yeah.
like this whole
Yeah.
psychological thing.
And depending on how you react to it or how you perceive it,
It
that's-
really
that really
it shows
reflects on
your
yours.
character.
Yeah.
The
It
only
really
thing
does.
that I laughed at was the dude that he's on the
Running.
phone with. No, the dude that he's on
running,
the
because he looked funny running like.
No, there's any,
Yeah.
seriously, I was just like,
His
this
lines
is
are
a
just
I thought the
terrifying
TSA
movie.
agent. He's the
That's
one
the
that
only
was.
part that I thought was
he was
funny, yeah.
hilarious.
Although there was
yeah.
other moments too, like even like the fact that like the white people were making like they were like, God, you look, and I was just like,
Yeah, and she's like,
it's
"Is
so
it true what
bizarre."
they say?"
Dang.
And I'm
yeah,
just
it was
like,
like moments like
she
that. 'cause
don't
the
care.
Way, it was the way that it was
Yeah.
done. I was like the
Yeah.
way that it was presented on screen. I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
but
And I'm
there
sure
are
that-
people that really think that
Oh
way.
yeah, I was just
And
about
they
to
do
say.
exactly
They
that.
do exactly
I don't think this is
that.
just a movie thing. This isn't fictional. This
It's
definitely
like-
happened.
Yeah.
It's
Very.
like a reflection of like reality
Yep.
in some cases. Yeah.
And then,
But exaggerated. So
but
I feel
nominated
like,
for a comedy, you know.
I want him.
It's a
I
comedy.
want Jordan Peele to win Best Director so bad.
Me too.
He has the
Or
chance.
Yes.
Best original screenplay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes,
man.
I want it
think
for
so
him
too.
so
He
bad.
has.
That's-
I think he has a chance because he's up against Nolan, who I don't think will win for Dunkirk.
No.
No, he won't win for
No,
Dunkirk.
come on.
Isn't
I mean,
a-
Dunkirk
not
was
screenplay.
really good, but not for
Not
screenplay.
screenplay. No.
The Big
Yeah.
Sick's on original screenplay too, right? If I remember correctly.
I
The
think
Big
s-
Sick.
Big
Oh,
Sick.
the
yeah.
Big
Oh,
Sick.
oh, okay.
That was really fun. I don't know if you guys watched that.
No,
It's
we
on
haven't.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
I keep hearing
okay.
about it.
Oh, that's that romantic comedy, right? Okay.
Really fun. It's a really fun modern romantic comedy for sure. I really
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro would be the only one to beat Jordan Peele, which I think he absolutely will be Jordan Peele. for Shape of
Guillermo.
Water, but
Damn,
he
but
has a
close
chance.
second would be Jordan.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
and then
He
screenplay
did.
Really did.
again. Shape of Water will probably win that as well.
Okay, yeah.
But
Oh, it's so good.
You think Shape of Water will sweep?
I
Wait,
think it
what's
will.
for
Dude.
It might
screenplay?
sweep.
For screenplay.
Original
who else?
screenplay, we got Get Out, Lady Bird, which was amazing,
Lady Bird,
The
yeah.
Big Sick, Shape of Water, and then Three Billboards, which was also great. Man, these
feel
are
like
great
they're-
movies.
Really good spread.
Yeah.
And then
Good year.
adapted
It's a
screenplay.
good year for film.
Yeah. Adapted screenplay is Disaster Artist, Mudbound, which was amazing. Molly's Game, didn't see. Logan, which
Logan.
first
I know,
comic book movie to
Logan.
be nominated for
Which
writing.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
amazing.
awesome.
So
Right?
amazing.
And then Call Me by Your Name, which that movie.
I still need to
Oh,
see
I
that
want.
movie.
That's
so
the one that
bad.
I'm watching
That's
next.
the one
is
I
Call Me
want.
by Your Name.
that movie was good.
So I've only
Yeah.
seen Logan and The Disaster Artist on that list.
See, I didn't
haven't
watch
seen
Disaster
Disaster
Artist.
Artist.
Me
So
neither.
do you think that
Yeah.
do you think James Franco was Oscar snubbed? I mean, for Best Actor?
No.
Okay,
You don't
I
think
haven't seen it, so I
No,
wouldn't know.
I don't think so.
Have you
Okay,
seen
okay.
it?
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
it.
I've
that's
seen
good.
it. Okay.
I haven't seen it, but from what I understand, he's not acting like Tommy Wiseau. He's not acting exactly as Tommy Wiseau. He's acting as a slightly
He's acting
Volume.
as a caricature of Tommy Wiseau.
yeah.
Okay.
If it was like a
Okay.
very like I imagine if it was
If
like
it
a
was
more
like super true to Tommy, then
Yeah.
it would.
I think he
okay.
could. I mean he's a talented actor. So what was your favorite movie of this past year? It doesn't have to be nominated in the Oscars
Yeah.
if it's
Favorite
not.
movies all around
Of this previous
for
year.
2017.
I don't know.
that's so
I feel
Okay.
like, cause yeah, there's so many that come out. I don't know if it's from like 2016 or 2017.
Fair.
Hold on,
Hold up.
give me a sec.
Okay, I wrote mine down.
Okay.
And my favorite film of 2017 is Get Out.
Same.
Get
It was
Out?
Get Out, yeah. Because there was something about that movie, walking out of the movie theater, and the fact that, like, you're creating discussion and you're talking to other people and,
Yeah.
like, you're questioning things, like, the way that you're. It's just, like, the entire film itself.
You were talking
It
about
acts,
it for
yeah. You're reacting to it, and I feel like that's what's so amazing about film, right? It's like
Agreed.
when I don't know what year it was, but when Exorcist first came out, and people were like out in the streets like puking and like
Yeah.
it's like wow, that's a reaction.
The impact of film
Yes.
on
Yeah.
society.
And I feel like
Yeah.
for 2017, Get Out was my favorite, and I feel like I watched a ton of movies. I mean, I even watched Dunkirk,
I
which
need
I
to-
still
There's a
really,
lot of
really
I
liked.
still,
but
yeah.
This is a lot of
Thank
movies,
you.
but you can go through
I
that.
feel like
list more.
Dunkirk didn't hit me as strong as other people.
That's funny, cause see,
It was good.
I feel like I was pretty hit by Dunkirk.
I was not
was
a
good.
huge fan.
It was almost. I felt like I wanted more,
Mhm.
but like I understand that this is a piece that is
Yeah.
like it's just a piece of
It's just a piece of a very giant.
Ex-
I get
exactly.
you. I
Yeah.
get
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I get
So I understand that it wasn't
Yep.
going to be like this huge like.
Also,
You know what I
Baby
mean? Like
Driver was pretty
climactic,
good.
like this huge dramatic
Yeah.
thing. It's
I
just
think
like
it's
the
just-
feeling. It made me feel how like they felt.
That's
Yeah.
it.
The
I felt like I was
soldiers-
in war.
I know. Me
Yeah.
too.
I was so tense
I
the
felt
entire
Yeah.
time.
I'm not saying, like,
famished and,
I-
Yeah.
tired. And
Like, I'm not saying I
exhausted.
hate the movie, but like there
Yeah.
are definitely moments in the movie where I felt very tense and I can feel the emotion. It was just
It's
I
just
think
a different kind of feeling.
yeah, and I think it was a
Yeah.
couple of things that I think I would have done differently in the story. Like
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's character at the end. Like I thought he was just gonna crash the plane instead of land and then get
And
taken.
surrender. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
little things like that.
Yeah.
I know. It's
I wasn't a
true.
huge fan of the movie, but I appreciated how the film was made, like everything that
Production.
went into.
Yeah.
Because like I definitely felt the sense of urgency and the anxiety that everyone like. It was a very
Yeah.
immersive film. I just
It-
wasn't
yeah,
into
you
the
can
characters or the
feel
story
it,
because I
yeah.
didn't know what the characters the story
Yeah.
were.
Sweet. What was your favorite last year?
Of 2017, Get Out will probably be up there, but I'll pick something else so that we're not copying
No,
each
it's
other.
okay.
I know,
That's your
'cause Get Out
favorite.
actually-
It's one of my favorites,
It's
but
pretty good. It's
one of my
up there.
favorites,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, really, really liked
What?
Shape of Water. Like I really, really liked
Well,
Shape
that's
of Water.
Shape of
that's
Water.
considered though this year, right?
So last.
It's 2017.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
considered
the
for
end
the
of
2017.
2017.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
gotcha.
limited release was in December,
Oh, okay.
and then wide releases.
See, I
early
would have
January.
pegged. I would have guessed that Shape of Water is like this year my favorite
Oh,
movie.
okay, okay.
But I think I should consider it as like a movie that I've seen this year versus like when it actually came out.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I
Um,
see it as.
I'm
Because
trying to
like,
think.
I can list off some movies
Yeah, go for
that
it.
we've seen this year. Logan, Wonder Woman, Blade Runner, 2049, The Last Jedi, Coco, War for the Planet of the Apes,
Oh, wow.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, Thor: Ragnarok, Shape of Water, Lady Bird, Mother, Lego Batman, I guess is this year, Kong Skull Island, Mudbound, The Big Sick, Get Out, Bright, Jumanji.
I'd say probably Get Out was maybe my favorite film, and it impacted me most. It is like a close second, but I feel like last year I was way into like television, like shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Netflix testing out short time content or whatever.
I feel like that's
I
a
don't
trend that's
know.
going on
Yeah.
recently in the past year, where when studios don't think a show or a movie is doing well, they'll start selling it to Netflix to distribute.
Yeah.
Like what
Makes
happened with
sense.
Annihilation.
I know.
Dude,
So did you
that-
guys hear about
I
Annihilation?
heard it. Is that the one with Natalie Portman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
So
I don't know.
domestically, it's doing fine, or it's projected to do fine, but internationally, it's not going to get a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Paramount sold the theatrical release
To
to Netflix, for the international.
So it's going to
version.
become a Netflix original
Yeah.
movie. And
It'll
Well, not
release in
original,
theaters
or
here.
release. Oh.
theaters here, but
Yeah.
then Netflix international.
Everywhere else.
Everywhere else.
Okay.
They said they deemed it too intellectual, and
Oh,
and
What
Alex
is it?
Garland, the writer director, refused to like compromise. Like, no, I'm not going to do anything to compromise this
too
movie. Yeah, what the hell does that mean?
Too
What, do you want to hold the
intellectual?
audience's hand through the whole movie?
But I
Odd.
respect Alex's resolve. Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's
I'm
great.
not doing anything.
I'm glad he took a stand.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because some directors don't do that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them do that, and it seems like Alex Garland is the type of person to do that. Which, by the way, what was the previous movie he did?
Ex Machina.
Yes, Ex
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Ex
that's right.
Machina.
What a great film.
Yeah,
Fucking.
Such
And he
a-
wrote
So
my
good.
favorite, one of my favorite movies of all
What?
time, Sunshine.
that's awesome.
That movie,
I did not know that.
You guys have always told me
Oh
about
my
that movie.
God,
I still
that's-
haven't watched
I
it.
I got gray hair
watched
just
it.
thinking about it. I'm like, I'm getting a heart attack right now.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Oh
I
my
think we're
god.
all like palpitating over movies.
I
We're just like
know.
getting better. Like
See, this is why we do what we do. Is because we
Exactly.
love, like, it
It's
gives us this
true.
emotion. Movies are emotion. Emotion movies. Emotion pictures.
Boom. There you go.
Okay, it's to
True.
movies, you guys.
To movies.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.